I'm going to go right back to the beginning. I'm going to do one of my favourite elements from the collection, that gorgeous background tree. Hopefully over the course of the show I'll get to do them all. These are more involved demos, they are longer ones because it's one of those ones where you're just going to get lost in the colouring, okay? So it's going to be a wonderful show to hopefully, maybe you're crafting along with me today, maybe you've got some of your pens out, you're colouring, we're having a bit of a nice relaxed show. So I'm going to do a bit of colouring coma stuff as well, Ben, just to warn you all.
Oh yeah.
But because I'm going to be working with the tri-blend pens for all of these, I've decided I'm working with the brushes because they're much nicer to work with. Brilliant day to be buying the tri-blends because they are 20% saving anyway. You're going to get your extra taste of, if you're a brand new customer, you get to sample being a Platinum Plus, a 25% saving today. So awesome day. And they're going to be free shipping if you add them in with your Lee Holland.
Oh,
okay?
yes.
Now, here we go. So if I take out one of these stamps right from the beginning, right? This is the Fabulous Tree. And these, when I say these are made to colour, Ben, this is what's so awesome about these. So, you know, anybody could go out there and just license some artwork and turn it into a stamp.
Yeah.
That's not what we've done here, okay? Lee Holland is already a stamp designer. So he's been drawing and designing stamps that the colouring industry and colouring enthusiasts have been buying for years. So all we've done with him is we've worked with him to commission this collection exclusively here at Crafters Companion,
okay,
of the sort of designs that I know our customers love and are going to love to colour. So when we say love to colour, what I've done is I'm stamping this down with the photopolymer stamp. I'm using our Finesse alcohol proof. Oh look, I've missed a little bit at the top there. Look, I just hadn't pressed down on it. The ink's still on there. So you just put it back on, press that down, and then that can go over that bit. Beautiful. There. That's what I love about these, okay? Yeah. Now, I'm going to let you get in nice and close. So let's get the light green out and start doing a little bit around the trees. So watch what you do here, Ben, right? I'm just going to put around these trees quite a bit of alcohol down there to start with, right? So they're nice and wet. Uh-huh. Then we come in with the very, very darkest shade. And because you're working with the brush, we're just going to go right into the edge here. And I'm just laying down that little bit of colour with the very, very dark colour here. So this is what I love about the tri-blends. Everything's all done in one pen.
Yes.
So it literally couldn't be easier. So I'm taking that dark colour first of all. And then we go from the dark, we jump into the mid shade now. And the mid shade goes over the end of where the dark one finishes. So you get that lovely kind of ombre. So you don't see where the dark one finishes and the medium one starts. And then once we've got our little bit of dark in there, we come to the very, very lightest one, go right back over the edge, and you get that lovely ombre from dark into medium and into light.
That's brilliant.
This is the sort of challenging colouring that we're talking about, Ben, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and it'll all, as the alcohol starts to evaporate there, you'll start to see how the leaves look a little bit more 3D. So I'll move on from leaves and we'll do a little bit on the tree trunk now. So that was with the light greens. So if we move to the trunk, let's get some of the, like the earth browns here, right? So as I'm coming in round the outside of the tree, again, you can come in with the wider brush nib or just do little areas if you want at the smaller ones. So I'm again putting that little bit of darkest colour down. Yeah. And then once we've got the dark colour down, Ben, I'm going to then mix to the medium and then to the light. And you'll start and see how we get those beautiful kind of ombres all going on in there. And just chat to me, because I know people will ask, because we've obviously got the tri-blends, and these are the tri-blend brushes, which I always find difficult to say. There's the obvious difference, you know, the fact that these are brushes and the other ones are pens, but with these you get more coverage, and we always chat about these, you know, great for doing things like fur and doing skin tone and things like that, aren't they? Well, when we come on to doing the little characters, yeah, I've asked for the tri-blends, I've asked for the brushes on, because I wanted to be able to do all the little, fur on the raccoons and things like that, Ben. So once we move on to that bit, you'll understand and appreciate why I've asked for all the tri-blend brushes on here. Yes. If you don't own the tri-blend brush, again, it's absolutely the best day you could be possibly even thinking about getting hold of them. Yeah. Look at that lovely kind of 3D element we've got. But you see how I'm always just using the lovely and moist. We've got loads of kind of ink lay down there. Oh, let's do another little green. Let's do a little bit round the base, right? So let's have a little look. I'm going to colour just a little bit of this path down the side, Ben. and then I'm going to put the green down the side, because I want you to see how working from the wider brush nibs, how much kind of blendability and coverage you get here. Can you see there's so much alcohol to lay down? It just becomes easy to blend. So that this seamless, that blend, you can't see anywhere where that's been on, can you not?
No.
And I can do the same here. So let's just cut, even though it's a brush nib and you've got that wider focus, I'm just laying a lot of colour down. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about, Ben. So dark along the top here as well, and then dark under there like this. So wherever we would have a little bit of shading, I'm going to put that darker shade coming in there, all right? And then again, I'm going to jump into my mid shade. So notice I'm using like the side of the brush pen so that we get the maximum lay down of colour, and it just makes it a little bit easier to blend from. All right, so I'm blending that all out so we can't see where the dark one starts now. Yeah. Then I'm coming into the lightest one and just going over the edge again, and that just gives me that lovely ombre shading, but we've achieved all of that kind of definition and depth of colour because the pen was so broad and deep. Yeah. And it's all to do with that pen, and this is the beauty of these pens. You'll see, if you've not worked with them before, trust me, by the end of this show, you're going to be absolutely in love with my Tri-Blend brushes.
Well, and also how quickly it's all coming together as well. Like Aisha just commenting on like the speed colouring which is going on today. Sara never ceases to amaze me with her talents. But again, like you just see how useful these pens are, and again how it gives you, especially with this, like the depth and dimension you've got by using the different colours. You've really got that landscape now standing out behind the tree as well.
Well, wasn't it lovely to just do as well? But I mean, look how easy this was to blend all of this in. This is what I love about these. You know, even if you're a complete beginner colourist, the Tri-Blends just make it easy for you to work with. And let me just, I'm just trying to do a little bit of all of this image to give everybody a great kind of start point as well, right? So there we've laid a load of colour down, and as the pens kind of, the alcohol ink evaporates, you'll see you get more of that blend. So can you see at the moment you can see a lot of that differentiation of colour. However, the more I go over these and the more that alcohol starts to evaporate, the more you'll get that lovely ombre. Like if we look up now,
yes,
those you've got that lovely ombre, haven't you? Yeah. So really, really easy to do. Last one I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, I'll just show you the illustrators as well, because the illustrators are the same sort of idea, Ben, but they are with a little bit of, they're with an even higher level brush nib. So if you love that brush nib, right, you can see here how we can colour all over the background, and you can get that, it's like a beautiful kind of lay down of colour. But then as I'm going along here, what I'm going to then do is, so this was TB2. We've also got like TB3 in the set. Yep. So I'm going to go with a little bit of shading underneath here. So it's just a little bit darker, but only the tiniest amount, and then you'll see me blend this right out as well, Ben.
Just amazing to see, isn't it? And again, like Sara was saying, whether you want to go for the Tri-Blend brushes, whether you want to go for the illustrators today as well, literally, I don't think there's ever been a better time to get your hands on these. For the fact that you're getting the discount and that you're getting that extra 25% off if you're a Platinum member, and particularly if you're going for the Lee Holland collection, you've opened up your free shipping, you can get these into your basket as well and take advantage of that. It really is a great time to buy. And as I've said, I'm just always shocked on the launch days that we do, that we bring you such great deals on the launch, because I always go back to when you think of things like your smartphones and your kind of games consoles and all these kind of things. On the day that they're launched, they don't bring you like amazing deals. You pay full price on the launch day, but we just come in and we throw all sorts of deals at it just to make it, you know, a brilliant time for you to buy. But look at that again, the colour of the sky, gorgeous.
And then as soon as the ink evaporates, you see, the alcohol, you're left with just that beautiful colour laid down. Same now if we look at the bottom. So I've actually done the whole of that background just so that we can't kind of stay all day and colour everything. But here's one of the ones that I've done, Ben, where I've done the whole of that background. I used the lighter shade this time. But can you see when the base is all evaporated, it looks nice and light. That tree, you can see the little kind of nooks and crannies on it there as it moves through. So that's going to give us the background. So now all we need is some of the little characters, okay?
What card are you using, Pam would like to know?
Nina. Yeah. I'm using on it now. I know we're out of stock of it at the moment, but good news is it's due in tomorrow.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so it means, but by the time it comes through the warehouse, you know, give it a couple of days, but it's going to be with you sometime really, really soon. It's not going to be long until we've got this back in, okay? So there's our background. Let's stamp a couple of these little characters on here now, Ben. So let's have a little look. Should we do the little tree stump so one of them can stand on the tree stump?
Yeah,
So we've got the little tree stump, and then, I love this little raccoon over
yeah,
here.
got to have the raccoon. I love the fact that we've done the raccoons and badgers, not animals that you see that often, I don't think, in
they're
stamps.
nice and they're a little bit different, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
That little badger's lovely as well, holding the present.
Yeah, get the
right?
badger on there.
So we need all of these. So we've got the little, let's put him down there. There's some of our stamps on there.
Yep.
I'm going to pick these up and let's stamp these all down. Now, we're getting questions coming in, Ben, between the differences between the illustrators and the tri-blend brush.
Okay.
So the illustrators are our absolute top premium pen.
Yep.
Right, so these have, like the nib in an illustrator costs more than most other whole pens would, right? So if you're an artist, your illustrator pens are going to give you the absolute top quality. Japanese brush nib, wonderful finish and performance, right?
Yep.
What we're doing is, essentially, you can pretty much get a tri-blend brush for the same price as one of our illustrators almost, because you've got a nib that's not quite the level and quality of one of our tri-blends, but it's certainly good enough for you to do. If you're a little bit like me, Ben, I'm not an expert colourist, if I'm being totally honest, right?
Well, you look like you are.
Well, that's because I've got the right tools and equipment, you see.
I know.
So, but if you are like me and you just kind of, this is your level of colouring,
Yeah.
then I would say the tri-blends are absolutely a brilliant place for you to be able to get that lovely brush effect finish without having to invest in, you know, artist quality, artist level.
And the fact that you get the different hues of colour per pen as well.
Yes, the 3 different shades in each one, because
Yeah.
that's what I want to be able to do. I mean, look at this. My tree trunk there looks totally realistic, doesn't it? Oh, the raccoon. Let's do the raccoons in like the golden yellowy or whatever, right? So let's have a look. If I want to do Roundy's face, for example, you would start off with the deepest shade of Roundy's face here, right? And you can see I'm getting into the nice little levels of detail. Then we go into the medium shade here, and I'm just kind of using that little brush, can you see? We're just blending out the medium shade and then coming right in with the lightest one there so that we've just got a little bit of light on the edge. See how easy that was, Ben?
So tri-blend brushes if you're just kind of getting started then, is that what you're saying?
I would say they're absolutely brilliant if you're just getting started, the
Yeah.
tri-blend brush, yeah. I mean, look there, I'm taking again the dark one and then one of the lightest ones and just blending out a little bit of the orange.
And what about the colour ranges as well? Because there's a question about that. The colour ranges, so in your tri-blend brushes, the same as the colour ranges that you get in your illustrators?
They are. We make all the same colours in all of our alcohol pens, Ben, so that they'll all mix and match.
Brilliant.
So for a lot of you, I don't know if you've got the different colours there for the tri-blends, but you could show everyone some of the colours.
Yeah.
What I will do, before, I just wanted to do one of the last, you see me do a little bit of shading there with the brush. I want to do one last technique here on the little badger,
yeah.
right? So if you want to make his tummy look round, watch how we do it, right? You put the lightest colour down first, Ben. We do his paw while we're on, right? Then what we do is you come right round the outside with the darkest shade. So we're going to make him look, he's going to have a nice rounded tummy. So round the outside with the dark one, and also under his arm, there would be a little bit of shadow, right? Then you come into the medium one. So I'm going to just bring the shadow on his arm down and I'm going to come round a little bit more with that medium one, but I'm going over the edge of that darker shade. Yep. And then you come right in with the lightest one, give it a little bit of a blend, and you keep going with that. In fact, you know what I really should do, Ben? I should just have another little piece of cardstock underneath. Always have another piece of card underneath, and it helps your ink move a little bit better. So I'm just going round there with the kind of ink, just blending it right round. And what it means is by the time we kind of obliterate out all the alcohol, we end up with a really rounded looking shape. Can you see? The more I go over it, the more his tummy's starting to form and look a little bit more rounded.
Yes.
Yeah, and his arms just coming along like that. And then while it's nice and wet, right, with lots of alcohol, all you're going to do is you're going to take a few little dots to kind of bring in a little bit more of a feel of fur like that round there.
Yeah.
See how cute they are, right? Really easy to get that kind of effect. Now, I know I've only coloured a little bit of all those characters, but you don't need to kind of see the same thing over and over again, right? What I'm going to do though is imagine we've coloured all of him in. I'm then going to lie the die cut over the top. Little die cut here for my raccoon. Die cut here for the tree stump. And these are all a brilliant size. So can you see they're just going to cut out exactly around the whole character. So you're going to send them through and cut them all out, right, Ben? So we're going to end up, and if I'll show you the ones that I've got fully coloured and completely cut out. Look at this, I've got my little raccoon.
Hey, brilliant.
I've got my lovely little badger.
Yeah.
There he is. But actually the badger, I want to stand him on the tree stump. So watch, I can take the tree stump and then put the little badger as though he's standing on top of it like that.
Perfect.
Isn't that lovely? And you can just kind of build them up a little bit 3D if you want. Oh, I've also got in this set, look, this is lovely. So if I want to take, for example, this and then the balloon, right? So I want to take these, we've got this little set of die cut pieces here, so we can do a bit of bunting. And then once we've got the bunting, Ben, I'm just going to hold that in place and you can see that. Now I always like to stamp and colour them and then die cut them afterwards. And then we can do the same with the little balloon here. We can stamp, colour and do all of that little die cutting afterwards. So I'm just going to cut these out and then I've got a nice kind of different shaped card, Ben, that I'm going to put together.
I love the fact as well that these are all going to go through your mini, as you'll see Sara crafted with Gemini Mini today as well, which is brilliant. And I also absolutely love the idea that you've got the scenes here, you've got like the background scenes and then all of the different characters. I almost feel like, I know Sara keeps saying like, oh, you can sort of like make your own story with this. I almost feel like you could sit down with the kids and actually like put your own little book together and write your own story.
I'm totally doing it with my kids.
Yeah.
We're going to sit and my kids will absolutely love this, but I can just tell you now, this is so up their street. It's too cute anyway, is what it is. Far too cute.
No, honestly, there is so much in there that you could, definitely do your own little story. All those different characters in there. I just think the possibilities here are endless. And again, I love the fact that we're doing more and more of these now, aren't we? Where you get the stamped image and then we give you the dies to be able to cut them out. So it's like minimum fuss. You can get on with all of the good stuff in next to no time. I love this collection. You guys are loving it too. It's flying out the door. Kathy just telling me that she's got hers, got mine, ordered these. They are so cute. Mary Pat saying, colouring so relaxing, put on your favourite show, grab some markers and you are in heaven within minutes. And again, like Sara said, you know what, particularly with a collection like this, if you've got kids, if you've got grandkids, of course half term coming up quite soon here in the UK, if you're looking for ways to keep the kids entertained, the grandkids entertained, this is a great way to get them crafting along with you, having a bit of fun, writing your own stories. I just think it is a brilliant collection, particularly today. The fact that you're getting all these savings, free shipping on your main item as well, just brilliant. And then we've got all the different characters in here. We've got the foxes, we've got the rabbits, there's a little mole in here as well. Did anyone see the little mole? Little mole's come out of the ground. Oh, he's lovely. He's coming up from the in the ground. He's come to join the party from underneath, and he's got a little present. I want to say he's called Malcolm the Mole.
Malcolm the Mole. Yeah. Is that your new friend?
I really like him. He looks like a Malcolm. The little badgers in there as well, and the raccoons too, which we definitely don't have here in the UK, do we? Raccoons, no.
Right, all I'm doing, Ben, is putting some little bits of foam pads on here because I think the foam pads would really make them stand out. So I'm going to have him coming up on there like that. Let's put the tree, so let's put this one flat. Yeah. So I'm going to stick the tree kind of down here a little bit, but then put my little badger guy. I keep wanting to call him a raccoon as well.
He's definitely a badger.
Definitely a badger.
100% a badger.
So I'm going to put my little badger again, some little bits of, just the 3D foam pads are going to stick really, really well. So I'm going to stick him as though he's standing on top of there. So I've got that coming up together. Now I'm thinking this will kind of go across the corner quite nicely.
Like that. Yeah, decorated the tree.
I'm liking that. So for that, I think I'm going to use my tape pen for this one, just for speed. So tape pen will just get us that kind of going across there. And then you've got that little balloon as well. Remember, I wonder if this little foam pad will fit on the back of the balloon nicely. Yes, wonderful. So I'm going to have my little balloon as though that's gone up all the way to here. And then actually, do you know, once you get to that stage, you don't have to put the characters on the scene. They look lovely off the scene. I think that's quite nice and a little bit different. And you just build that up however you want. You know, I've got another little raccoon here. There's nothing stopping me. If I wanted, I could have another little one inside there. Or he could be maybe coming down here to see his little friend. So you might be skipping down the path as it was, and you can tell the story in a different way. So you put them together however you want, Ben, right? So that is all me though. All of these have been coloured with those amazing tri-blend brush. So it just shows you kind of how you can get going and get started with some of these, Ben.
Oh, wow. What a brilliant collection.